Hello friends, we will just wait for a couple of more minutes to allow other people to join and then we will start. Hello friends, we will just wait for a couple of more minutes to allow other people to join and then we will start. Hello friends, we will just wait for a couple of Very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and a hearty welcome to the third episode of the webinar series that is being brought to you by Scope, Substation Saturdays. This is our third episode in this particular series. In first two episodes, we had spoken about SCADA solutions offered by Scope and then the IoT-based solutions, especially for the discoms and the industry. Today, we are going to look at one of the very important topic, that is protection relays. As you had seen the title of the topic today, it is the world's most accurate relays. Each one of us are adequately aware about the importance of protection as a whole and the IDs in particular in current power system. This particular webinar series that is being brought to you has seen many interesting topics that had been covered. Before we go to the topic, for the benefit of those who had probably joined us for the first time, let me tell you a little bit about our organization Scope. We are a 32 years young organization, started mainly developing the solutions and the products which are hitherto not available in India. Today we are talking about Make in India and Atmanirbhar Bharat, but since 32 years, we had been developing indigenous products made in India. Primarily, we focused on the testing and measuring instruments, diagnostic tools for the substation equipments, like for circuit breakers, transformers, surge arresters, CTPTs, protection relays. Then around 12 years back, we diversified into protection business, where we started manufacturing control and relay panels and a lot of other solutions, including control switching devices, phasor measurement units, RTUs, RTU-based automation. And then we came up with our SCADA, which can be offered for various automation solutions, right from a substation automation system level to the SLDC level. And for a lot of discom projects on the discom side, distribution projects, a lot of automation projects on the discom side, like RTDAS projects, which is real-time data acquisition system for getting the visibility of all the feeders on the distribution side. As we have seen in the last episode, we had also brought the IoT-based solutions, which are smart connected sensors, but more importantly, the algorithms and the software applications that we have developed that gives us fantastic visibility and analysis. In this particular series, today we are going to talk about the protection relays which are being offered in India from scope side. Today we are going to have a look. We are going to have a look at the protection ID range of our partner Arcteq Finland. Scope has collaborated with the Arcteq to bring their range of protection solutions to India. They cover whole range of protection, right from generation protection to transmission side, distribution side, on industry, including right from generation to the arc flash kind of applications. We will have more details as we progress into the presentation. We have a long-term vision of being a one-stop solution provider for the power sector. And this particular step of collaborating with Arcteq is one of the important steps in that particular direction. Apart from this T&M and protection, Scope also has a separate company, Isosceles Sales and Service Private Limited, through which we are providing the testing and commissioning services and O&M operational services. And through the Isosceles, we had done more than 600 numbers of substations, complete TSC, right up to 765 kV. So these are basically the operations that Scope is providing. But the biggest USP of the Scope is that Scope has always collaborated with the customer. Many of our testing instruments had taken the birth or had been refined because of the demands which are made on us by our customers. To cite you a couple of examples, the dynamic contact resistance meter or the measurement for the circuit breakers is one such measurement where practically power grid demanded that Scope should develop this measurement, a product for that measurement. And that is how we developed that product, and today that product has become one of the global benchmarks. The another example that I would like to cite is basically the surge arrestor leakage current analyzer, where Scope is only the second or third company in the world to have that product, and the first in India. We were required to import this product. And what this indigenous development has brought to the Indian customers is, apart from a product which is more customized for the Indian environment and a fantastic price, the core USP we have brought is the complete technical control is with us, and we can augment and modify our product as per the Indian customer's requirement. Other thing, as we are not dependent on anyone, in that case, we are able to offer the impeccable after-sales service support, including the training, retraining, which is one of the important areas for the utilities, where people keep on getting transferred. This particular thick association with the customer has always given us an edge of identifying the pain areas and finding out the solutions, long-term solutions viable both on technical as well as commercial front for those pain areas of the utilities. And that is how we had always worked with the utilities. Coming back to the today's company, Arcteq. Arcteq is a company which was founded in 2010 in Finland, headquartered at Vaasa. This company was founded by ex-ABB and ex-VAMP engineers having decades of experience. They have offices in various parts of the country, including in Sweden, Brazil, South Korea, USA, China. Have more than 50 sales offices in 50 different countries. The philosophy of Arcteq is Arcteq want to focus only on protection and control and nothing else. They don't want to go in any other area. So they had devoted themselves as a company only to this particular area of protection. And that is something which has appealed us. And that's why we had collaborated with this company. And the IDs that they provide are, really modern IDs. Maybe the advantage of being a young company, 10 years back has given that edge to them that they had built their products on the newer platforms compared to some of the products which are available in the market, which had been developed on older platforms. When you see the product, you will get the feel of that, the kind of user interface it offers, the kind of features, on the run features it offers, everything. You will get a feeling that this is something which is modern. We already had put the focus on the accuracy. This product claims the most or the best accuracy for the IDs amongst any of the IDs which are available in the world. So friends, thank you very much for taking time out and joining us. And I'm sure the next 75-80 minutes will be quite an exciting learning for all of us. Today, the presentation will be conducted by Deepak Binakota, who is the product specialist for this product. And we are also joined by Bhaskar Aravalli, who is the head of the product specialist team for the protection team of Scope. So with this, once again welcoming you for this particular webinar, I hand over the proceeding to Deepak Binakota. Deepak, over to you. Thank you very much. Deepak, we can't hear you. Maybe your mic is on mute.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. Today, as per our schedule, we will know about the Arcteq Relays and what are the different relays available, and what are the main USBs, what are the main benefits of Arcteq Relay than other relays. So before going about the Arcteq Relays, let me tell you about what are the products and Scope products in protection systems and its experience, and then we will know about the Arcteq company, how it is formed and everything. Then about the Arcteq products, and then AQ200 series features, and then about the different protection applications available with Arcteq. And then demos and milestones which we have already completed in India and outside of India. Then we will know about the partial customer list and certificates. So Scope is, as VR sir had already explained, Scope is having a business vertical of T&M and protection. In protection, in protection division, the main product range are from control and relay panels, and panel and retrofitting is there, where the old conventional relays will be removed, and new numerical relays will be kept, along with the upgradation of the protection scheme, and automation based RTU based automation, and then RTU panel or RTU retrofitting. These both are in automation division. And in SCADA, we have all the three different types of SCADA. One is normal SCADA, OMS, and DMS. Control and measurement, AMU, PNU devices are available, and switching control devices, CSD is available, and Ethernet switches, rugged COM switches are there. And regarding the power system studies, we are doing the planning studies, operational studies, and postmortem studies. In planning studies, the load flow, short circuit, all these will come. And in operational studies like transient studies, relay coordinations, and earthing studies, all these things will come, harmonic studies and all. And when it comes to the postmortem or failure analysis, it's like a tripping analysis, or some maloperation had happened, or some failure happened, some arc flash incident had happened. Then we can do the complete postmortem, and we will suggest you make the changes so that it will not get these incidents will not get repeated again. And achievements of Scope in protection division is we have supplied more than 1,000 panels for the utilities, and protection and automation solutions up to 400 kV, protection solutions for busbar, transformer, feeder, generator, almost all the electrical main equipments we have given the protection solutions. And when it comes to the SCADA solutions, National Asset Monitoring Center is there, and 400 kV substation automation system we have provided. And we also have provided solutions for integration with various OEM protection systems. That means our SCADA system can be integrated with any other OEM relays. Other manufacturer relays can be integrated with our SCADA. Experience in protection: manufactured and supplied more than 1200 control and relay panels and RTU SCADA panels. Experience in manufacturing, supply, commissioning of panels of 400 kV level up to 400 kV panels we have supplied. And we have a well experienced design and protection engineer team for execution of the projects. We don't only just supply and leave it. We will provide a complete end-to-end solution from design, manufacturing to commissioning and handing over the protection solutions to the customer. These are the major customers we have supplied for the supplied panels and retrofit. Most of them are utilities, government utilities are also there, and private companies, industries are also there. Now let us, so after having this much of experience, Scope had decided to have their own relay. So we have tied up technically and collaborated with a Finland company named Arcteq, which was founded by a group of R&D people from ex-ABB and ex-WAM professionals. Its office is there in Vasa, Finland, and other offices are available in Finland, Poland, Brazil, South Korea, China, and USA. Most of its it's already supplying its relays for almost 50 countries. So it had a name of globally. It is having a name, and Arcteq has focused its 100% in protection business only. Mainly, Arcteq had divided their products into 3 series. One is AQ 300 series. It's basically for a transmission and generation protection and control. It's a very high-end relays, like a dual CPU is available, touchscreen, dual CPU, and the complete protection of the generator, like generator, GT, and the complete scheme. One protection scheme can be directly incorporated in one relays itself. So these are very high-end relays. And next is the AQ 200 series. In this one, the range is for the transmission, sub-transmission, generation, and distribution protection and control. And we are mostly focused on this series because right now, as per the standards of Indian protection standards or Indian protection schemes, we found this series is mostly very much suitable. And AQ 100 series is there. This is a complete AQ 100 series is completely dedicated for arc protection. This arc protection can be used for both medium and low voltage places, and they even have a reusable arc quenching devices. AQ 100 is there, which can be used more than 2 times for quenching the arc. Now, AQ 200 series features. They are very modern. It is having a modern and efficient multiprocessor environment, and they had a dedicated OSS for protection, programming environment, and input and output measurements. So, due to these dedicated protections, their processor is very much fast and secure. And not only that one. It became a truly modular design, because due to as they have a separate OSS for different applications like input measurement calculations and protection. So whenever the spare parts are there that can be even upgradable at the sites. So we can just remove the part, faulty part, and we can add it at site itself. Or even if you want to increase the BOBIs, then we have to just add the particular number of particular card, whether it's a communication card or a input card and output card, and directly we have to run one small program that can be done directly at the site itself. And as I told you, they have a dedicated OS. What they did is they have made the OS common for all the different type of models. So due to this one, any part of the relay hardware is also same. Even the relay model got changed. Inside the cards is same. So whenever so we can decrease the number of spare parts for storing it, so that same spare parts can be usable for different model of relays. And as I already told, the hardware is independent platform, so the firmware can be run in any CPU. And they have achieved a speed of instantaneous protections. They have achieved an operational time of typically 15 milliseconds. And another more important point is they have in Arcteq Relays we have 8 setting groups, and the changeover time from one setting group to other is only 5 milliseconds. And they have a freely programmable. Freely programmable advanced logics are available, and that logic can also be dumped into the relay within 5 millisecond time. So these are the two major division in 200 series. One is 250 and another one is 210. You can see 250 series is a complete color monitor, and 210 series is a LCD screen. So from front side, we will have a 4 fixed LED systems which can be used for start, trip, and start signal, trip signal, and healthiness of the relays. These are the fixed LEDs. Other than these fixed LEDs, there are again 16 programmable LEDs are available, which can be programmed on site for different type of faults or different type of functions. And there are 4 dedicated control buttons are available, which are open, close, local and remote switch, and control. So by using these 4 control buttons, we can operate up to 5 objects depending upon the model. So we can operate we can operate the breaker and isolators for the complete way using this relays itself. And navigation buttons are available to see the settings and everything. And other than this, there are 12 programmable buttons which can be used as a functional buttons for any particular event or for starting of any particular protection like that. And next is Ethernet for communicating with the relay. There's a Ethernet front Ethernet port is available. It comes to the back. When we come to the back side, there are 6 or 4 in 210 series. There are 6 optional cards we can add, and in 250 series, up to 14 optional cards can be added. And for communication, RJ45 Ethernet cable is there, or you can see on the right side top. And by default, it will be having 3 digital inputs and 5 digital outputs. After that, depending upon the requirement, we can add the optional cards for digital inputs, output, and whatever the communication requirement we want. And RS485 cable communication is also available. This is the hardware description for the relays. Now, as the name of the webinar we told, these Arcteq Relays are having a patent for ultra accurate measurement technology. So due to this technology, they were able to achieve as a most accurate relays in the world. So how it is they had a patent in which they can track the system frequency, and that too it is for the different inputs. That means for a phase A current different frequency, and phase B current is a different frequency is there. That means if there is any slight variation in the frequency, they track that frequency in a live and then they will measure it as per the presented frequency. So due to that one, they were able to achieve up to 0.2s class measuring in both measuring range, in both the measurement range and also in the protection range. So due to this one, we can use this relay in both the cases for the protection and also as a measurement. So we can avoid meters like ammeter, power meters. All these meters can be avoided when this relay is there. This is giving a very high accurate, and that was a 0.2s class, 0.2s measuring class. And next one is they have a high memory. They had a dedicated 60 MB user space for for saving the DR records and events. So we can save almost 100 number of DRs which are having a which are of a time period of 5 seconds, and eight analog channels and 26 binary channels which are having a 5 second disturbance, and the sampling frequency is 3.2 kilohertz, which we have to be keep in mind, because if we decrease the sampling rate, we can increase the number of DRs, but the information we require for the studies and all, we will not get it. So that some transient values we may miss, like some transient voltage is there. So those things may not be recorded if the sampling frequency is less. So in this relay, even at the sampling frequency of 3.2 kilohertz, we can save 100 pieces of 5-second disturbance recorder. That means we can save up to a 500 seconds of DR. Other than this DR, we can this relay will again save 5,000 events, including what are the setting changes we make, and all these things can be saved in this relay up to 5,000 events. And next one is, it had a dedicated fault registers for each protection stage. Like if I go with the overcurrent stage 1, it had 12 fault registers, and again for the stage 2, it had 12 fault registers. That means the last 12 records of overcurrent and last 12 records of earth fault, last 12 records of overcurrent stage 2. In this way, then a lot number of fault registers can be available directly in the relay. So in order to maintaining these are the above events and records, they have a dedicated 60 MB user defined space. If we see for the application point of view, they have a dedicated they have one more patent for intermittent earth fault protection. So let us know what is the intermittent earth fault protection over here. See, generally, if we go with the distribution system or undergrounding cabling, what will happen is there will be due to the capacitance created by the cable and the earth, there will be a small spikes which is of a duration of 0.05 to 1 milliseconds, which is a very less time to detect by the relay. And these spikes are self-extinguishing, but there may be a very much high chance that a flashover may occur due to these faults, and it may lead to a dead fault conditions in a later. So in traditional normal directional earth fault, what will happen? It will not able to detect this fault because of two reasons. One is due to the less sampling frequency, and next one is due to the angle difference, incorrect angle which we select in the relay like MTA angle, because whenever the Peterson coil and capacitances are there, the angle determination of the angle is very much difficult. So to get out of this, they have a solution. They had a solution, patented solution. They had achieved to measure the spikes with the help of this accuracy and also this 3.2 kilohertz by searching for the spikes. What it will do is it will check for the difference. It will check for the angle difference between I naught and U naught generations. And with this patent, they were easily able to find out these transient or intermittent faults, and it was already proved in the proved by the field test. This patented algorithm was in relay since 2014, and many of the countries are using this. So with this one, with this one we can avoid the flashovers and all. Next one is baud range multi-criteria earth fault protections. In our conventional relays, what we'll have is unearthed mode and Peterson coil grounded mode will be there, and also the angle whatever is there, that we cannot able to decide it. But whereas in this one, you can in Arcteq Relays, you can directly select it the whatever your system earthing, unearthed mode or Peterson coil, and new broad range mode is available. So with the with your condition of the available depending upon the available condition of the earthing, you can select this. And this relay had a inbuilt it will take the MTA angle and the covering range, and it is also having a new broad range in which it will measure the U naught and I naught values, and also it can have a compensated tripping based upon the earlier faults, and also with the capacitance value. As I earlier told, that due to whenever there is a intermittent faults, the angle of the direction will be difficult to measure it due to the capacitance. These can be compensated in this broad range multi criteria earth fault protection. Next is for almost all the relays, they have a 5 input for the currents. So due to this one, we can even have a cable and differential protection, like as shown in the photo, like as shown in the diagram. You can see it RYP neutral, and again you can have one more CPCT connection, so that a sensitive cable and differential protection can be applicable. Even we can use this as a restrictive earth fault also for some cases. If we have some transformer feeder, we can use it as a restrictive earth fault also. Next, in almost all, have a harmonic overcurrent stages. Harmonic overcurrent is available, so which the conventional relays are not having. In conventional relays, if we want for a harmonic protection, we should go for a separate relay which is going at harmonic overcurrent stage. But whereas in Arcteq Relays, almost all the relays are having a harmonic overcurrent application, and in this application you can select from any fundamental frequency from second to 29th, second to 19th harmonic can be selectable, and we can give the pickup and trip time. Other than these are the normal protections. Other than this, even the arc protection can be integrated into this 200 series. For integrating this arc protection, we need to have a sensors installed in the panel. Generally, this can be done in medium and low voltages. So we can keep a sensor lighting sensors and pressure sensors inside the panel, so that whenever the arc happened, it can sense the arc in a very initial mode, and almost within 5 to 10 millisecond we can quench the we can remove the fault. For the transformer differential relays, they are having an application of automatic voltage regulator. So due to this application, we can avoid our AVR panels. In this one, what will happen as the transformer differential relay is measuring the voltage, live voltage from the PT, and it can be, we can also give the position of the tap changer, and also we can give the complete tap changer tapping details to the relay, so that depending upon the voltage requirement, it can adjust the tap by itself. So it is acting like a automatic voltage regulator. So the complete AVR panel can be avoided. That can be taken in this relay itself. So next is synchro check and synchro switches are available. Protection is available. This is very much useful in when in cogeneration plants or industries where the two buses are there. It itself, the relay can itself act as a can have a synchro check function, so that whenever the voltage and phase angles everything is matching, then only the bus coupler can be closed. And when it comes to the communication protocols, Arcteq is having IEC 61850 boost and HSR is there. PRP option is available. IEC 103 is available. IEC 101 is available, and IEC 104 DNP3 and DNP3 over TCP is available. Modbus and RTU, TCP and SPARC. These are the protocol communications available. In IEC 61850, these relays are having both edition 1 and edition 2. So when it comes to the substation level communications, so IEC 61850, boost, HSR and PRP can be used. And when it comes to the remote access, we can use IEC 101, 103, 104, Modbus and DNP3. Now we will look after the setting tool. That is a software which we can communicate and for the commissioning of the relay. The software name is Arcteq 200, and which is a free of charge, and also it's easy to use. It can be connected to the it can be installed any laptop which can be connected to the relay by the front Ethernet port or backside Ethernet port. And this software settings can be made in this software both online and offline modes. Here the online and offline modes doesn't mean like a conventional method. See, if I go with the live edit, whenever I make a change of one parameter, that will be directly reflecting into the relay. If I do not want and I want to send the complete changes at one push, then I can remove with the live edit and change the settings in offline mode and send the settings in directly to the relay. Next, it's having a very clear menu structure for general, protection, control, communication, measurement, and monitoring. And the settings can be pushed within 5 seconds. All IED settings like a complete protection related and binary input output and logics, all things can be directly sent to the relay within a time of 5 seconds. Integrated logic tool is available to make a logics for input and output, and also for the as per the protection scheme. Next is Comtrade Viewer tool is available, and Mimic tool, that if you see in the earlier pictures, there is a Mimic on the relays for the both 210 and 250 series. That Mimic also we can do with the software itself, which is a free of charge, and that can be easily done by the field engineers itself. We do not require it dedicated engineer or an expert. Even the fresher level person also can do it. It's very much easy. And next one is communication parameters. That is like for SCADA, that means for the 61850 and other protocols, all this can be configured by this setting tool itself. It's an open software, and AQ Viewer software is a software module is available for distance recording. unique wizards for setting calculations. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, Deepak, we can hear you.
Okay. AQViewer software is available, and there are unique wizards are there for setting calculations. Like transformer and generator wizard is there. So in this one, what we have to do is we have to insert the rated values of the transformer and CTPT values and other information like what is the earthing connection and all. Once we have given this information, this software can calculate the basic settings for these relays. It can it can get the differential settings automatically calculated, and these settings can be directly sent into the relay. We can even check whether these settings are okay as per our philosophy or not, and once we feel it is okay, we can directly send these settings to the relay. Due to this one, the main benefit is the man mistakes will be avoided. Like if someone had given a wrong CT ratio, or the pickup setting they may give wrong, or any other small mistakes they can give wrong, because whenever we set the relay, it's a lot more parameters we need to set. So with this type of wizard, these man mistakes can be, human errors can be avoided. And it also save a lot of time in making the complete settings and all. It can be even used to check our settings. And next available is generator and motor commander is there. This is a complete unit for generator and motor. What will have is it had a separate, it have a both the combined mission protection is there, and also a mission control unit is there. So these two units can be called as a one unit, which we call as a generator and motor commander. It's a very sophisticated network compensation, and PSS stabilizer is also included in this unit. It compiles with most of the grid codes. Versatile, there are different startup sequences for the motor is available. It is very much ideal for power plants and industrial applications, and for the small generators where the both protection and control of the generators is required. So as both are coming into one, as both the protection and control is coming into one unit, we can save a lot of time in commissioning and also money. So the main benefits is we can save 40% of the time and cost for installation and commissioning, and reduce the maintenance and life cycle cost, because only the two parts are available, and up to 80%, 86% of the space can be saved, because we do not require two different panels. Both will come into one panel itself. As we are as the unit is simple, we can even we can even give the duplicate or redundancy by installing two units in the same panel or for the same equipment. And for making settings for the and all these things, the same Arcteq same software can be used. It's a one tool can be used for the all functionality, that is both the protection and for the control. Simple one tool can be used. And for this relay also, we have a software widgets are there with which we can calculate the automatic setting, with which we can calculate the settings and dump into the relay automatically. And it is having an excitation with external IGBT bridge, and the measurement accuracy for this relay is 0.2 S class. For other relays, 0.2 S class is an optional, but for this relay, the measurement is only 0.2 S. For the other one is a 0.2 accuracy class. There are different variants in AQ200 series. In feeder, we have four. Basically, these are the variants available. AQF201, which is a overcurrent relay, but it's a fixed input and output. It's a very basic relay. And AQF205 is a complete feeder relay. It's also fixed input and output. The major difference between 201 and 205 is in 205, the voltage protections will be available, like over voltage, under voltage, frequency related, over frequency, under frequency, and even the vector surge also will be available in F205. But it having only a fixed input and outputs. So if we want more input and outputs, we have to go with the models of F210 and F215. Whereas F210 is a overcurrent protection relay, overcurrent and earth fault relay, and F215 is having a complete range of protections for overcurrent and voltage, including the directional, harmonic, everything is available. And F245 and F255 is a feeder protection IED, which is having both the voltage and current related protections, including the harmonics, vector search, and phase displacement. And AQV211 is a voltage protection IED, where it is having a protections like over voltage, under voltage, frequencies, and vector search. And next is in transformer and protection control. They are having AQ216 and T256. This is for a two-winding transformer, and which is having only a current-based protections like differential, overcurrent, earth fault. AQ215 is a voltage regulator IED. That means it's like it can be used as a AVR panel. It can be used as a AVR relay, AVR controller. Next is AQT257 is a transformer protection IED, and in this transformer protection IED, even the voltage functions will be coming, and this can be taken with or without voltage regulator, that is with or without AVR function. AQ257 is for two-winding transformer. Now AQ259, it is for a three-winding transformer, and it also can have the AVR function. In a line protection, we have AQL255 line protection IED. And mission protection and control. For motors, they have a AQM series range like AQM210, 215, and 255. These are for the low range of motors, that is up to 1.5 megawatt motors like that. And for more than 1.5 megawatt motors, we require the differential protection, which we can get it in AQM257. Similarly, in generator also, AQG215 can be used for a small generators, and AQ257 is a complete generator protection IED, including the differential and other generator protections. And other than these two, there is a generator commander, which I had explained earlier itself. So in which we can combine both the protection and control. For control and monitoring, there are AQS214 and AQS254 alarm and indication IED. This alarm and indication IED is nothing but our conventional annunciator, but the main difference is in our conventional annunciators, we have to do an hardware from the relay, which often we will get a different which used to malfunction due to the faults in the cable or wrong human errors of the connections and all. Whereas in this one, you can even give it as a signal from the 61850. So we can tell it's a smart annunciator. Whereas, and for bay control IED, there are AQS215 and 255. So 255 is a dedicated BSU. Smart grid. For the smart grid options, we are having a AQP215, which is a power monitoring IED, and AQE215, which is an energy monitoring IED. So these are the major variants in these are the different variants available in AQ200 series. Now, when it comes to the AQ100 series, as I had told, the AQ100 series is a completely dedicated for arc flash relays. So with our conventional relay, generally the typical clearing time is up to 200 more greater than 200 millisecond. This is a combined with a relay breaker opening time and complete quenching of the arc. That is the reason why whenever we do a relay coordination, we will maintain a minimum of 200 millisecond between the lower relay and upper relay. Whereas with this arc flash relays, the complete clearing time can be decreased up to 50 to 80 milliseconds. So whenever we feel there are many stages and we were not able to do the relay coordination and all, there we can use the particularly in industries of low voltage, and because they will be having a continuous chain of panels on RMUs which go from one place to one panel to another substation, and again there for another substation, like that. So due to lot of chain connections, the number of stages will get increased and we may lose the grid code to remove the fault within 1 second. In these conditions, we can use the arc flash relays. Not only it will decrease the time of the clearing time. So whenever due to this clearing time, the instant energy and the energy released from the fault at the fault position, that can be decreased, because whenever the energy is directly proportional to the fault time. So whenever we decrease the fault time, the amount of energy released from the fault place also can be decreased. You can see as per the IEEE 1584, for conventional relay, it's greater than 40 calories per centimeter square. It is the energy released. But whereas if we use the arc flash relay, it can be decreased up to 10 calories per centimeter square. And there is an arc quenching device that can be used only in the low voltage panels. That's up to 415 volts only. Okay, this quenching device, what will do, it will create a separate parallel path for the fault, and it will feed the fault. It will transfer the complete energy from the actual fault to its dummy fault which it is created. And there the fault typical clearing time is only 5 milliseconds. And now if we go with the PPE requirement, if we use a conventional relay, as the energy released is more, we have to use a category 4 PPE. And whereas in arc flash relays, we can use only category 2, like face shield and gloves are enough. Whereas if we use an arc quenching device, even category 1 or 0 can be used, which we can generally normally, like helmet and glasses is enough. And whenever there is a fault, even because if the instant energy released more, there may be a damage to the primary equipment, and again to make it proper, the outage time will be very much high. It may be going to days and weeks. Whereas if we use an arc flash relay, we have to maximum only clean it and again start it. So it will be in hours only. And due to this one, our money usage will be very much less. And the level of protection with the conventional relay it's not good if the if the incident energy or the arc incident energy is more. And arc flash relays are good, and the arc quenching device is an ultimate, because it's a very much safe. Now these are the different variants available in AQ100 series, like AQ110 PLV, which can be used for both the current and point sensors, and it can also have a current inputs. So with that one, along with the normal light and pressure sensor, you can even make an indicate with the current. So whenever the current is high and the arc is happening really, then only it will operate, so that the maloperation can be avoided. Like if someone had opened the door, at that time light may be coming, but still the relay, your relay will not operate, because your current will be not more. And you can see the AQ1001. AQ1000 is a complete reusable arc quenching device which is rated up to 690 volts. So this is very much safe. And AQ102 LV fiber sensor unit is there, which can be with this unit, what can the number of sensing points can be increased. We can this unit can multiply the number of sensors. And in AQ300 series, we are having the busbar protection IEDs, which are AQB298C and D. C is for centralized busbar and D is for a distributed busbar. And AQF3X0 is a feeder protection IED. AQG series is for a generator protection IED. And when it comes to the line protection, we are having AQL350 is a line differential, and AQL357 is a distance, whereas AQL359 is for both line differential and distance. Both functions are there in one relay itself. AQS391 is a bay control IED. Other than this, for the transformer, AQT3X2 is there, and AQ3X3 are the for transformer protection IEDs for 2-winding and 3-winding transformers. And for motor protection, it is AQM300 is available. So these are the variants for in 300 series. Now let us see what are the demos we have completed. We have successfully demonstrated our relays in MPPDCL and MPPDCL for transformer and feeder protection relays. And we also got an order for backup protection in generator panel for from TS Genco, which is KTPS. You can see the right side panel, that is the panel which we have already commissioned in KTPS for the backup for the generator protection. Arcteq is having a lot of customers in all over the world. In Switzerland, ALSCS Switzerland is there, Botswana Power Corporation. These are the utilities list which the Arcteq had already supplied its relays in all over the world. And references are there from CERN, European Center for Nuclear Research, where the bombardment cell is made. The complete range of relays is Arcteq only, and they have even got a 5-year framework agreement for feeder, transformer, motor, and generator protection IEDs. Next is TNB Malaysia. There they have the distribution system. They are using completely AQ100 series arc flash relays were installed, and more than 300 relays were installed, 3000 relays. Puranovo Power Station is there, which is a complete station is of Siemens project, but still when it comes to the arc protection, they are using 200 to 250 pieces of protection units and 800 pieces of arc sensors of Arcteq. When it comes to the certificates, where Arcteq is having ISO 9001 certificate is there, 61850 level base certificate is there for both edition 1 and 2, and EN 60255-5 and 60255-2 is available, and Ghost certificate is available for communication and all. IC 60225 is there, and recheck mark certificate is available. UL safety compliance certificate is available. So these are the certificates and all which are available with the Arcteq. And if you want more certificates, we can get with them. So this is about the introduction of the relays. And is there any question and answers?
I think some of the questions which were asked, they are already answered. So are there any unanswered questions, or from the audience, if you have any questions, please type in your questions so that we can answer them. In the meantime, Bhaskar, would you like to add anything on the topic?
At present, no, sir. We will take some of their questions and we try to give more information during the question answer session.
Correct. So maybe you can take the question, which is already answered. You can elaborate more on that, because the answers in written are cryptic.
Yeah.
Like there was one question related to how your product compares with the competitors. So some pointers are given to that. Maybe you can elaborate more on that.
Okay.
Yes, sir. When how is it component among other manufacturers? As I told, the Arcteq is having their own USPs, like accuracy is the best one, and next one is the application protection applications, which even for the basic relay, it is having the harmonic protection and all. And there is no hidden protections and all, because whenever we have, it's not like a scheme based relay. All the protections can be enabled directly from the tool itself. It's an open type of tool. And the other thing is visibility from the screen monitor and all, that we can even have the complete mimic along with the measurement points also can be shown, which is very much attractive and informative. More information can be taken in direct screen itself. And other thing is disturbance recorders. As the sampling frequency is very much high, these disturbance recorders can even measure the harmonic voltages, so that we can avoid whenever the resonance things and these resonance occurs, or some transient voltages. These can be easily recorded in the DR and can be taken into the study.
Apart from this, the relay software, the mainly settings software have a lot of features. Like Deepak was giving you one of the examples there. In software, if you have a differential relay and you don't know what to be set, or the settings to be done on that particular relay, so most of the cases what happens, relay testing engineers have a lot of confusions when he bought a new relay or commissioning a relay, where there are a lot of settings to be asked in the relay, and people are a lot of confusions and they put it the settings, and when they are testing the relays, there are a lot of mal operations are happens and they don't know how to sort out whether the relay is functioning properly or not. These are the challenges normally every engineer faces while during the commissioning or while during the testing of the relays. This software, the relay software, which we normally supplies with the relay, is very useful, where when you want to do the settings of the relay, there is the option of even simulation of the settings. Like what you need to do, you simply if it is a transformer differential relay, and if you know the transformer parameters, like what is your primary voltage, what is your secondary voltage, primary current, secondary current, and what type of the other parameter which is being available on the transformer plate. If you have those parameters with you, only those parameters can be fed into the this particular software application. It will give everything. It will calculate what is your only you need to just add what is your tripping value, tripping current, then it will give you everything, like what is your harmonic, what is your IR by ID current, what is your slopes and slopes curves, all these things automatically it will give, and it will also show you that how they have recommended those settings in an explanation in a other box. It will give you that the explanation of those settings. So it is very useful when a engineer is testing a release. So that is very beautiful application or features which we are giving to the all customer. Not only the differential relay, you go for the distance and you go for any relay, you give the parameters, it will calculate the settings and give you. So with taking that as a reference, you can feed the settings and you can test the release. So that is very useful. This particular settings is available in wizard page in the software. And apart from this, when you go to the hardware size also, you have a beautiful wide front panel where you can have lot of things can be done it on that. Like similarly, it is like a phone, smartphone, like one page, second page, you just put it one page, one settings. Second page, if you are just swiping the second page, there is another data is available. Like that, in the relay also, first starting one page, you can decide that it should be a SLD should be shown there. Second page, you decide that these are the parameters of the current voltage, all the energy parameters should be available in the second page. Third page, you can see that the tripping information. Fourth page, you can see whatever the you want to add into those pages, you can add it on that. So you don't require to connect every time the laptop and download the relays and see the parameters. Instead of that, you just see the pages on the relay itself. So that is the one of the beautiful application on the relay, as well as the software and other areas also very lightweighted and very easy to add it to the relays, because these all are the newer latest platform these relays are being designed. So it is very easy for a user or a testing engineer to understand and simulate it. One of the beautiful thing is that suppose if you are feeding a overcurrent relay and you are trying to see that the current which you are feeding to the relay is in which zone. Like you have a IR by ID, not IR by ID, there is a overcurrent curves are there, right? So you can even even the front panel itself, without connecting the laptop, you can see that where your current is feeding. When it goes to the transformer protection relay, you can see what is the zone the current is flowing. It is in the tripping zone current is feeding, or normal the safe zone or non-tripping zone its current is feeding. It is very near to your first slope curve or very far away from the first slope curve. Those things also can be visually seen now on the relay itself. That is a flexibility is given for the commissioning engineer or any testing engineer or any relay engineer, which if he tests the relays, they love it for testing the relay, understanding the features. So these are the very futuristic features we have implemented on these relays, and these relays are worldwide. It is getting population also increasing day by day, and India also, wherever we are going and giving the demonstrations, they're simply loving those features, and it's something like a normal conventional relay say differently these things are being placed. So people are very happy to for their user friendly and for the testing of the relays and the accuracy of the relays. These all are the best features available in these relays, Arcteq relays. One more question is that does all the product took the same ISO certification once the product has manufactured? Does all products took same ISO certification? So the ISO certification and product is not related, because ISO certification mainly gives to the companies for the product, maybe there is a type test reports, or there is a certification from the KEMA and other things are there. But for ISO, I don't think it is applicable to the product. It should be normally applicable for the companies, the organization के लिए है. So I think I don't understand what exactly you want to ask.
Probably the question is more related to the type testing. So as you very rightly said, the ISO per se will be applicable for the organization as a whole and the processes of the organization and the scope for which the ISO has been sought. But as far as the products are concerned, of course, for each separate product that is being developed, a separate type test report with respect to the environmental standards, with respect to the EMI, EMC standards, and maybe some of the other labels which are specific to certain countries will be required to be taken, and those are being taken. So that is the answer to that question.
Yeah, if you are concerned about the certification of the particular product, maybe we take the certification for the series, like platform. Like if it is a 200 series, one certification. If it is for the ISO KEMA certificates on 200 series. So on 200 series, hardware and everything is same. So one certificate for the one particular platform. If it is a 300, there is a other certificate is required. 150 series or 100 series, there is another certificate for that particular series. That's what normally we do the certifications.
There was a question related to the temperature range. The answer was already given. But Bhaskar, can you highlight something on the comparative advantage? Is it the same range which is given by all the manufacturers, or this much of a wide range is not offered by the other manufacturers?
Mostly everybody in this field of protection, mostly it gives this range. So we and comparatively it is like minus in Indian climate conditions. Minus 40 to 70 degrees is mostly accepted and mostly available ranges in protection relays.
Of course, this company being from Finland, on the minus side, they probably had gone for more stringent requirement of minus 35. In Indian conditions, of course, we don't require that. But since they are selling the relays globally, they had taken these certifications.
Right.
Okay.
Apart from is there any other questions which are not attended?
So friends, if you have any other questions, please go ahead and type the questions in the chat so that we can answer that.
So one of the question was, it is what kind of simulation methodology you are using to test all the products which you have demonstrated here. So what I understand from your question, I answered it. Once again, I explain you. Normally, what we do, any relay or any product we are promoting or we are representing, we do extensive testing and installations at our end. We will see all the features. When it comes to a distance protection relay, we see each and every feature. We test each and every features of the relay, like SOTF for zone 1, zone 2 testing, zone 3 testings, or power swing block testings, or any other feature you take is stub protection, whatever the available protection in that particular relay. We test it, and then not only test, we also put it in the real condition and see that whether those relays are properly working or not as per our satisfaction. And once we satisfy, we normally sell it to the customer. So this particular Arcteq relays, we completely evaluated this particular relay before we are coming into the market. So all our engineers are trained on even service, trained on testing, trained on commissioning of these relays, or commissioning and installation of these relays. And we have more than 5 to 7 in-house three-phase relay testing kits, which are being used for testing of the relays. and mostly all the relay manufacturers normally follow this methodology, like using a three-phase relay to testing it to test the relays and test the features of the particular protection release. So we have that capability. Being a protection company from last 10 years, we have tested a lot of relays. Like we have a experience of testing and commissioning of various other manufacturer relays. So all our engineers are trained on that. So we know that the different manufacturer relays, different manufacturers' advantage, disadvantage, testing methodology, or the features. So what I mean to say that we have that experience, we have that capability to understand the features and commissioning the relays. Apart from this, any other questions I can see here? What is that? Out of does all the characteristics are accessible and tolerable to the country? Other excess precautions you are taking? Does all the characteristics are accessible?
Maybe Bhaskar, one way to interpret this question is, whether all the features and the characteristics that we are talking about, are they standard when the customer buys a relay, or they are, country specific?
Mostly what our relays are follows the wide range of characteristics. Like if you see the temperature, for example, from -40 to 70 degrees. So mostly world में जो भी countries है, or normally the climatic conditions are in this range. So that is there is no issue on supplying or maintaining the temperature range. Like other categories also, normally any manufacturers or any company designs their relay, they see the complete overall, at least 95% of the countries, what are their climatic conditions, what are their requirement, what is exactly their testing methodology. All these things keep in their consideration and design the relay. And Arcteq Relay is designed for the world. So mostly entire almost all countries are using these relays. So I don't think there should be a particular features to be, or what do you say, that a customization should be done according to the particular country. So I don't think it is wide range of characteristics, wide range of type testings and other things are available. So there is no issue on that. But if a customer is asking a specific feature to be included in those relays or customized features, definitely these relays are having the modularity function. So it will support those extra features can be added into the relay depending on the customer's requirement. Also, we have one more application or feature in this relay. You can even do some of your logic, create some of your logic and put it into this relay. So accordingly, you can even create a small features or small functions inside the relay and build that particular feature, and accordingly relay will follow that logic and give the command, input command or output DO command according to your logic. So those things are also flexible in this relay. Is there any other questions or anything you want to add, sir? Or Deepak, you want to add anything to our conversation, or if there
Sir,
is no?
actually, I just want to add one more point. As you told earlier, in the screen we can get the whatever the current values and all. Not only the characteristic available, we can even see the trip time remaining, which is no other. I think other manufacturers very less are giving. We can even see whenever we are testing it, we can even see the time remaining to the trip. That also can be available on the screen itself. So that is also one more the information which no other manufacturers are not giving.
Okay, another question from Sheshagiri M. Like generally procurement authority insists that the CRP panel manufacturer should have its own relay, because in future relay gives any trouble, who will attend the problem?
So this seems like some utilities may be asking for the relay manufacturers only. But here, when it comes to the architect, we will attend the problems. Our scope engineers only will be attend the problem. And as I earlier told, it's a truly modular. The spares that can be given used is also very less number, and the repairs also can be done at site itself.
Right. So basically, this is more on on the commercial side, but I think the more and more utilities are now open for buying the relays from the integrators as well, not necessarily only from the OEMs. Now, as far as the scope stand is concerned, scope of course is also manufacturer of the controller and relay panel, but we are also looking at offering Arcteq relays to the other relay manufacturers as well. And especially with the advent of 61850 and the interoperability, I think this particular mindset is changing very fast. So this was about, as far as that question of what people are, some of the utilities are insisting is concerned. This is an important question which is asked by Mr. Cassetti. What about the after-sales service? Scope, being a manufacturer, completely understands the importance of the after-sales service support, because for our utility customers, since we are in the field of testing instruments and diagnostic instruments, even if the field blows off, even if the fuse blows off, the instrument becomes a black box for the customer. So it's very important that fast, preferably on-site, and very cost-effective service is available. And in fact, that has been one of the USPs of the scope. So as far as the after-sales support for the Arcteq Relays is concerned, that is complete responsibility of the scope. We will be in a position to offer that locally. So you need not worry about that at all. I hope that allays the fear of Mr. Cassetti. So if there are no other questions, probably we can come to the end of this particular session. Deepak, Bhaskar, thank you very much for your presentation. And most importantly, we thank all the participants for being part of this webinar. Thank you very much for taking the time out. And we hope that you had got an deco at one of the good alternatives that is available for the protection relays. As far as this webinar series is concerned, we have our next webinar lined up on next to next Saturday, that is 2 weeks from now. That will be on 19th of September. And the topic will be partial discharge measurement and analysis, and what kind of portable solutions Scope is offering for this particular measurement. There's one interesting product that we are going to talk about in this webinar, and that is basically an acoustic camera. You had seen the partial discharge instruments based on various frequency bands, like acoustic, you have HF, UHF. But when it comes to acoustic, generally it is the sensing of the acoustic. You don't get the visual picture. But we have a product which is using almost 128 number of acoustic sensors and gives you a visual picture, which helps you very easily identify where the partial discharge is happening. So it is just like a visual image of an object, and you are able to see the partial discharge. So don't miss out on that particular webinar. That will be very interesting webinar. Let me also share with you that we are parallelly running one more webinar series which is exclusively for the users of the scope testing instruments through our customer support group, through our CSG group. Yesterday we had completed the webinar on transformer winding resistance measurement, and on next Friday, not next Friday, after a month, it's a monthly edition. On Friday, the 9th of October, we are going to have the next interaction for the users of our products, and that is going to focus more on the transformer turns ratio measurement by using the TTRM series of products that is offered by Scope. So do join us. We look forward to more and more participation. In case you have any questions, you can anytime write to us. Our email ID is marketing@scopetnm.com. Please follow us on our social media platforms like LinkedIn, Facebook. Do visit our blog site. We are putting a lot of interesting things there, which will be quite worthwhile for you to read. We look forward to more and more interactions with you. And in this pandemic situation where there is a limitation on the physical interactions, this online medium is something that we are banking on to remain in touch with all of our customers. So once again, thank you very much to all of you. And we, the Scope team, sign off for today. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.